Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamonds for Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. I am Drew Martin, breaking down the MLB slate of games, some day action, night action to follow. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps grow the show in the YouTube comments below. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, South Florida in the fish tank. It is the Miami Marlins, Minnesota Twins for the second show in a row. It's Eddie Perez on the hill for the fish. And David Festa going for the Twins. 8.5 being the total, minus 136. That is the fish as the home favorite. Now, two teams heading in very opposite directions. In fact, they almost have the same record now, with the fish winning 8 straight heading into Wednesday night's action. And we get the Twins 4-14, their last 18. So this is a one-way look for me, and it's on the fish. They got Perez on the hill here, the 22-year-old Dominican flamethrower. He'll hit 100 miles an hour on the radar gun. However, he does not go deep into games in his 4 starts. I will say this, his walks are a little bit up, but part of the reason the Marlins are winning games is their bullpen has been great. Over the last month, the 3rd best bullpen whip across all of baseball. So in the later innings, you got to give the edge towards Miami. And when you look on the Twins side of things, if you go by that same metric, bullpen whip over the last month, they are the worst bullpen. So in the second half of this game, I think Miami has an advantage here. Yet on the fact Festa for the Twins, the 25-year-old out of Seton Hall, he's been really up and down. He's got north of a 5 ERA. We're going to go with the red hot Miami Marlins, hottest team in baseball, minus 136 to lead us off here on Thursday. We'll head to the night action up next, 7:15 Eastern start time in the ATL, Cobb County, Georgia. It is the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim up against the Atlanta Braves. Bryce Elder going for the Bravos. Jose Soriano going for the Halos. 9.5 being the total, minus 145. That is the Braves as the home favorite. I want to start off this one by under the radar with the Angels, one of the more profitable teams in baseball. Even though they're 500, they're catching plus prices. They're catching a plus price here. I think part of the reason is last time out, Soriano, he got hit around. The 26-year-old Dominican-born pitcher, he's a guy I'd like to bet on. I will throw out there, last time we did lose pitching on him, but we're going to go back to the well here. He gave up 8 earned against the Washington Nationals, but before that, 7 innings, either 0 earned runs or 1 earned run in his past 3 starts before that. He's a guy that we've been betting on for a couple of years if you watch the show. So I'm looking to bet on him again here. The Halos, the number 1 hitting lineup over the last week. So again, we're getting the hotter team, and the Braves, bottom 5 across baseball in terms of weighted runs created plus over the last week. They haven't been producing runs, and their starter, Bryce Elder, the 26-year-old out of Texas, his last time out, he only lasted 2 innings, giving up 10 runs versus the Phillies. He's had more walks than strikeouts if you combine the last 3 starts. I like the Halos here. Again, a profitable team overall, plus 130, risk 100 to win 130. We're on the underdog in the ATL. That is the Angels over the Braves. Next one up, 7:07 Eastern time, north of the border, Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. Clark Schmidt going for the Bronx Bombers. Chris Bassett going for the Blue Jays. 8.5 being the total. Minus 120. That is the Yankees as the road favorite. Now, we've talked this series, I believe, each of the last 2 days, including Canada Day, just a couple days ago. Happy Canada Day out there to all you north of the border. The Blue Jays now in second place in the AL East. They're 27-16 at home. It's a tough team to go against, but the Yankees themselves are a tough team to go against. They're at the top of the AL East division. They have Schmidt on the hill, 29-year-old out of South Carolina, 3 flat ERA. He went 5 innings, just 1 hit against the Blue Jays in his start earlier this year. And when you kind of look at his past performance against the Blue Jays bats and Chris Bassett's performance against the Yankees bats, he gave up 2 home runs in just 5 innings against the Yankees. The 36-year-old out of Akron, I mean, last time out against the Red Sox, he gave up 4 walks, 9 runs in just 2 innings. He really hasn't looked good recently. So I think the Yankees are going to get after him. They've been good against righties. I will say the Blue Jays have the bullpen edge, but I think the starting pitching edge and the overall lineup edge. We got to remember the Yankees are plus 105 run differential for the full season. At just 20 cents, I like the Yankees over the Blue Jays. We got one game left. It will be the nightcap for the show, 9:40 Eastern, Giants and Diamondbacks. But a reminder, if you could comment below, it does help out the algorithm on YouTube, growing the show. Smashing that like button as well always helps. I'll be in there answering any questions. If you got any analysis on your bets, always love reading that. And where you agree, where you disagree, reasons why, always appreciated, guys. I will give a shout out to David Montgomery, VIP commenter down there each and every, or most of the shows out there, David. He was asking for the recap. And as you can see behind me, I have been traveling a lot, had a death in the family. So moving around, but I'll get back to the recaps here. I haven't done it in 3 weeks, but the last 3 weeks, unfortunately, we have lost a little bit. 22 and 25, 47% winners. That's minus 4.7 units. So over the last 3 weeks since the last recap, that does include Tuesdays 1 and 2, minus 1.3 units. It does not include Wednesdays. And overall, the recap, of course, we had a great run in the May, even April, May, early June. So it brings us overall with Drew's Daily Diamond 126, 108. That's 54% winners for plus 15.1 units of profit. So even though we've given some back, we are still in the black, as they say in the casino. So we'll look to keep it going here in the nightcap. And if you're interested in premium picks, check them out. Drew Martin Experts page, WagerTalk.com. Do have a big bet going here Thursday, one I really like, one that we're not breaking down on the show. But a great way to do so is jump on the full season package, discounted right now, guys. You get it all the way through the World Series. You can also do 7-day is discounted right now as well. So Drew Martin Experts page, big bet up here for Thursday, WagerTalk.com. All right, nightcap for the show, San Francisco Giants, Arizona Diamondbacks. We get Brandon Pfaadt going for the D-backs, Robbie Ray, the lefty, going for the Giants. Minus 115 to minus 120, that is the Giants as the road favorite, 8.5 being the total. Now, the Giants come in 4 games over 500, Arizona 1 game over 500. The Giants haven't been playing great baseball. You know, they traded for Rafael Devers. They really haven't been playing good ball since that trade. And they've lost 4 straight going into Wednesday night. So it is a tough team to jump on. But I will say this, in terms of starting pitchers and playing stopper, Robbie Ray checks that box. The 33-year-old southpaw, he's 8-3 on the season, 2.75 ERA, 110 strikeouts for the year. He had 9 strikeouts in just 6 innings against Arizona earlier this year. Remember, in the same division, they play each other. So like that past performance, he's up against Pfaadt here, the starter for Arizona, 26-year-old, north of a 5 ERA. He had 4 earned runs and 3 walks against the Giants in that same series, just lasting 4 innings. So past performance pointing towards Ray here. Bullpen, big edge towards the Giants as well. Now hitting, the numbers point towards Arizona. That top of the lineup is pretty good. But Robbie Ray, the past performance there, I think he can get it done. Minus 115 is the low water mark. In the nightcap, we are on the Giants over the Diamondbacks. We also got the Yankees in recap over the Blue Jays. We got the Angels with Jose Siriano on the hill, plus 130 against the Braves. We're going with the dog as the best bet for the show. That's the Angels over the Braves. And we're leading it off with the Marlins over the Twins to start us off on Thursday. Guys, that does it for the Thursday show. I am Drew Martin checking out. We'll be back early on Friday. Come back and join us. Till then, smash that like button, comment below, cash those tickets. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Thanks for tuning in.